Hello viewers, welcome to Exploring Cinema. Today's review is on the 2014 computer animated adventure comedy surprise hit. I know that was a mouthful, but I just had to get that all out. But anyway, this is on the 2014 animated film, The Lego Movie. Based off of the popular Lego line of construction toys, the story follows an ordinary Lego minifigure named Emmett Brakowski, who finds himself being the only one who can help out a resistance to stop a tyrannical businessman known as Lord Business, otherwise known as President Business, from gluing everything together in the Lego worlds that spread out across their universe into his vision of perfection. Chris Pratt voices Emmett Brakowski, an everyman and construction worker from the city of Bricksburg. When I saw this movie advertised, I had seen his name pop up, but it really meant nothing to me. Though I had seen him before viewing this movie, portraying Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy, which premiered later in the year. I had not yet seen his role in Parks and Recreation as Andy Dwyer, and as I said, I did not know his name. With the Lego Movie, I thought that I was discovering new talent. Pratt was so great as Emmett, playing just the generic guy who doesn't know what his place is in the world, and who is the subject of a prophecy, and who must rise to the occasion. He also just wants friends and just to be loved. He's really adorable. I found Emmett to be extremely likable and adorable, of course I said, and part of that is thanks to Chris Pratt's voice work. Will Ferrell voices Lord Business, president of the Octan Corporation under the name President Business, and I'm not the biggest Will Ferrell fan. I like him in maybe a couple of movies. I like him in the first Anchorman, Step Brothers, but other than that, I've never cared for his humor. But I actually think this is one of the best performances I've ever seen from him. He goes over the top with how evil he is, and he's extremely funny, and there's even a very touching side to the character that I wasn't originally, I didn't see coming. We have many other A-list actors voicing characters from Liam Neeson, who, by the way, his character is called Bad Cop, and the only reason I'm saying that is because maybe you won't recognize it at first. Like, if you listen to his voice, you may, but you won't even be thinking about it. But honestly, I think that he is great in this film. He is extremely funny. But we also get other people like Morgan Freeman, Elizabeth Banks, Nick Offerman, but the standout is Will Arnett voicing Batman. He is hands down the best character in this movie for me. He was so good as Batman that they decided, you know what, let's give him his own Lego movie, which Lego Batman I will actually be doing a review of in the near future since I missed out earlier this year. The first time I saw this film advertised, it just looked like a big budget animated film made for the sole purpose of product placement. And it also looked like it would be the stereotypical kids movie, you know, no substance, mediocre jokes, and ooh, bright and shiny colors. And I couldn't have been more wrong. The most amazing part about this movie is that the filmmakers were able to make a coherent and amazing story out of basic building blocks. This is a film that shows that as long as you have a good story and good characters, you can make a story about anything, or out of anything. Hell, that's the only reason why I'm vaguely interested in the planned Tetris movie. Yes, I am not making that up. There is actually a Tetris movie being developed as we speak. Another great thing about this film is just how self-aware the film is. It pokes a lot of fun at those generic film cliches, things that most adults and film buffs like myself will recognize, and it does it in a way that even if you hate the cliche or cliches, or, you know, just cliches in general, you can still appreciate and even enjoy this film's version of them. The humor in this film is so fast-paced that if you don't pay attention, you can miss things. But you can tell that the directors trusted the audience, or they trusted that the audience could catch every single joke. And honestly, that's not a bad thing if you miss things. I've watched the film a multitude of times before reviewing it, and each time I've discovered just a couple new jokes each individual time that I never noticed before, even references. And it honestly increases watchability for me, or rewatchability. There's a surprising plot point that actually took me off guard that's extremely heartwarming and it will definitely hit you where you live if you have not already seen the movie. And I would talk about it, but I do think that it is one of the best, or scratch that. There is a very surprising plot point in the film that took me completely off guard, and it'll definitely hit you where you live. It's extremely heartwarming, especially if you haven't seen the film yet. And I would talk about it because I do think it's one of the best aspects of the movie. But it is a sort of plot twist if you look at it a certain way. So I will not spoil it in this review, but I will say that I actually think it's one of the greatest reveals in modern cinema, like in the past decade or so. But like I said, that's just my opinion. The animation in this film is some of the best that I've seen in the past decade. It's made to look like stop animation, and some of it definitely is, but it's blended together greatly with CG animation, and the mixture is just flawless and unnoticeable. And the backgrounds aren't made to look realistic. Everything in this film looks like a Lego set, and having grown up with Lego sets, first time watching this brought up such great feelings of nostalgia. Hell, just talking about this movie and its animation makes me want to run out right now and go buy like the newest Millennium Falcon Lego set, or try to find that one of R2-D2 that they made like a couple of years ago that was like 3,000 pieces, and when I saw it, it was like maybe $120. Now it's like 300. Actually, as much as I love Legos, their sets are way too damn expensive. The music in this film was composed by Mark Mothersbaugh, who had previously worked with the directors Lord and Miller, or Phil Lord, Chris Miller, on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and 21 Jump Street. The score is a mix between almost retro electronica and modern epic scoring with big choirs. The score is a hell of I can't speak. The score is a hell of a lot of fun, for the most part, with a couple of sections being filled with a lot of these frantic electronic just noises all over the score. I can see it annoying certain people, which it kind of did for me as well, but it's definitely part of the score's identity, so I can actually understand why the score appeals to certain people. I didn't care for it that much, those sections. To recap, I think that the Lego Movie is a near masterpiece with its boastful and original animation style, beautiful cinematography, cackles and laughs, scratch that. To recap, I think that the Lego Movie is a near masterpiece with its boastful and original animation style, beautiful cinematography, cackles and laughs every single minute type of humor, and a poignantly simple and yet impactful and beautiful story. This film is, in my opinion, one of the greatest animated films since Beauty and the Beast. I am going to give the Lego Movie 4.5 out of 5 reels. Seriously, can you believe this movie wasn't nominated for Best Animated Features at the Academy Awards the year it came out? I mean, come on, it's way better than Big Hero 6, which won that year. The only movie that I think slightly rivals it from that year is How to Train Your Dragon 2, which I loved, but it still wasn't better than the Lego Movie. I'm just saying. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me ramble on and on. Now, I must ask you, what did you guys think of the Lego Movie? Did you love it, hate it, you haven't seen it yet, indifferent, or did I already say indifferent? But anyway, what were its strengths? What were its weaknesses? I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I welcome new perspectives. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already for more reviews and content. There is always more to come. And for other ways to help support the channel, please check out in the description down below. Thanks once again for watching, and farewell until the next video. Bye!